Hi guys, this is a T-90 weaknesses video here. This is to show you where to aim, what are the weaknesses of the T-90, from the front, from the sides, where to aim for some of the modules, and, what you need to cover, if you're playing in it and what you have to worry about getting penetrated from. So we're going to start out with the one that pretty much everybody knows about, which is this little strip down here at the lower plate. The lower plate is a vulnerability on all Russian tanks. And what the T-90 has over all the other Russian main battle tanks is that it's got this, little armor-like beak here. And that is very heavily armored. So they have to actually aim very low down in this little strip here to be able to get a consistent penetration, even with top AP. But that being said, it can be penetrated from any angle that I've found so far. Even at this angle, you're still going to get a penetrating hit if you go for this lower beak here. And then our next spot is the driver's hatch, right here. This is a guaranteed crit hit. You're going to, at the very least, get critical damage. Sometimes you'll hit the loader, sometimes you'll hit the driver, sometimes you'll get both. It just kind of depends. That right there, it's a pretty small target. If you do a wiggle, you can definitely get some consistent bounces if people are trying to go for your driver support, because it's just this little bit right here. And then you have the commander's cupola. This one, if you hit up here, you're just gonna get module damage most of the time, or a low damage roll. If you aim just towards the bottom of this lens here, you're going to get more consistent, full damage pens. You want to aim for the lower part of the commander's cupola, because that'll go actually into the tank more. So I have been able to shoot through the top of the tank if you can get an elevated angle of about like this. You can sometimes get an overpen into the back of into the top of the tank, but it's rather inconsistent. I wouldn't really rely on that. And then you also have the turret ring. The turret ring is actually really, really well protected from the front. If they're facing you, it's not really, you're not really going to go through the turret ring. Now if they're turned away from you, it's wide open right here. You can go right into that turret ring over there. And then the other problem with Russian main battle tanks is they have really squishy sides. This whole side here, basically this is the only angle you're going to get away with, and sometimes even this you're not going to get away with if they get a high enough roll on the penetration. So but generally that'll be absorbed by the tracks. Tracks, best armor in the game. But yeah, you don't want to give your sides at all to anyone. So be very careful going around corners. So if you look at the sides, the other thing is that if they don't hit the turret ring, they're not going to go through the side armor most of the time, unless they hit back here. One thing you have to be very careful about with the T-90 is its loader system is right around here, if I remember correctly. So if they go for center mass, they're going to hit your ammo rack, and it's going to hurt, and if you don't be careful about it, you're possibly going to get ammo racked. At the very least, you're going to get your engine taken out. And, the back is paper. Everybody knows the back is paper. AFV's back is paper. You are easily going to be able to set engine fires or take out the engine if you fire into the back of it. Alright, that is our overview on the weaknesses of the T-90. Thank you guys for watching.